I'll tell you what, I'll never use in the future again. Hi, my name is Mia Gwynn, and I'm an instructor at New Horizons. One of the recurrent themes in most of my business skills classes is communication. I mean, not only do we have communication-based classes, but that also just things like email etiquette or business writing. It just comes up again and again. And one of the things that I find extremely helpful with all communication is to truly understand the communication model. I know it's a model, but seriously. See, in the communication model, there's always at least two sides to any communication, whether it's verbal, nonverbal, written, body language. There's always at least two sides. There's the sender of the message, and there's the receiver. Now, here's the deal. The sender first formulates or experiences some sense of abstract thought or emotion. We don't really put much thought process to what this is, but first we feel something, first we think something, and then we encode what we're thinking or feeling into the communication. Now here's the deal. The receiver hopefully receives, they decode what they've received so that they can then have the abstract thought or emotion around it. Now what makes all communication extremely challenging is that the decode process and the encode process, they stem from who we are as people. Everything that has led up to that exact moment can affect how someone decodes your message or affect how you encode your message. And I mean from birth, your family life, your nationality, your religious background, your experiences, your socioeconomic standing, what you ate that morning, whether you got stuck in traffic, if it's a bad hair day. All of your being affects how you either encode or decode. Now, I don't mean to sound too intense, but here's the deal. You can better control how you encode. I mean, really, you only have control over yourself most of the time. What you never have control over is the other person, the receiver. You can't control them. They are a completely different combination of experiences and beliefs and values. Have you ever communicated to someone, you said something that you thought was either courteous, nice, happy, funny? You certainly didn't mean it offensively, and yet the receiver gets mad, gets upset. For me personally, here was an email where I was following the usual professional courtesy, and I said at the end, in the future, you can always find this information on our website here. Now, I sent this to a coworker, and I know for a fact that what offended them was just a few little words, in the future. It didn't matter that I did a courteous greeting. It didn't matter that I kept it professional. It didn't matter that I said please and thank you. No, I said in the future, and they felt that I was being condescending. Basically, it led to me having to write emails, send it to my boss for approval, no matter who the recipient was, for an entire week, just to make sure that I'd behave myself. I'll tell you what, I'll never use in the future again. It honestly surprised me. I couldn't imagine how that might be misinterpreted. Back then, I didn't know the communication model. Now I do. So, how can you bypass or get around that challenge that you can't control how the receiver decodes? You keep strengthening your ability to encode. And if you'd like to learn various tools and techniques to do that, please come to our communication skills classes, advanced interpersonal skill classes. Come talk to me. I'll give you some tips.